welcome back to my channel. For those who are here new, my name is Judy. And today I'm going to teach you how to make melt in your mouth meringue. Let's go to the kitchen! For this recipe, you will need 4 eggs, we only need the whites, 1 cup of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar or vinegar or lemon juice, and a pinch of salt. Here is the list of ingredients. Feel free to take a screenshot. You'll need to separate the yolks from the whites. So here are all 4 of our egg whites separated from the yolks. In a stand mixer, add in your egg whites, your cream of tartar, and your salt. Whip until foamy. All of the cream of tartar and salt has dissolved, so we're going to slowly add in our sugar. Mix until well combined. Continue this process until there is no more sugar. Need to scrape down the edges. As you can see, it is very bubbly, and don't forget to just scrape down the sides. As you can see, the meringue looks a lot more white, and not just because it's super bubbly, but since it's being whipped up a lot more sugar. I have incorporated all the sugar and I let it mix for a while, and as you can see, it's very thick and glossy. That kind of, let me. If you can see, it's kind of like drooping down. And that's since it's so marshmallowy, I still need to mix it a bit more. As you can see, it is very thick and glossy, and it wants to really keep that definition. And as you can see, it just kind of wants to not move around. It's very stiff. Beautiful. You can see all those defined lines. With clean hands, grab just a bit of meringue and rub it between your fingers. If you can still feel some grains of sugar, you're going to let it whip for a bit, but if you don't feel any, then you're ready for the next step. Here's my meringue. This is optional, but you can divide your batter and add in some gel food coloring. I'm using purple. You don't have to color your meringue if you want. Wait, did I call it batter?
Yeah.
These meringues are like my mom's favorite colors. We are also doing golden yellow. I'm having my mom help me just because we have 2 batches and we don't want them to start losing their definition. At this point, you will need a piping bag, either a one-time use one or a reusable one. A tip coupling thing, which you can put your tip into. Take your coupling and put it into your piping bag as far as it can go through, then gently push it until it can no longer go into the piping bag. And you can use like an edible marker and mark it where it needs to be cut, or you could just eyeball it. I'm gonna use these edible markers, so I'm just gonna mark it over here near the tip. Push the little coupling back a bit and cut on the line drawn if you decided to make a line. Push it through the hole that we just cut. And grab your piping tip and apply it on the little area where it's supposed to go. Then screw on the other piece around it and make sure that it's nice and tight so no meringue falls out and nothing can get through. For larger piping tips, you don't have to use a coupling. You'll need a cup of some sort, and you'll just wrap the edges of the piping bag around it. And I'm going to do that with both of them. Or you could use a Ziploc bag and cut off one of the corners. Gently add in all of your meringue. You might need to tap the glass against the counter to make sure that the meringue is reaching the tip and not just all staying there at the top. we filled ours to the tippy top, and now we're just going to grab the edges and kind of tap the bag to make sure that there's no air bubbles and that everything can get to the tip so we can actually pipe. Then you're going to just kind of grab that empty edge and twist it to make sure that none of the meringue can explode off the top. Add some of your meringue to the bottom of your baking pan and stick the parchment paper on top. The meringue's just gonna act as a glue, and make sure that your parchment paper doesn't start flying around. So as you're piping the meringue, you kind of want to just put some nice pressure. I'm just kind of going for it. If you want, you could actually practice piping this on the back of a spatula or something, but I'm just going for it. As you can see, we still have a lot of meringue left, so we're gonna need another baking sheet. If you didn't have a piping bag, then you could just use some spoons and just kind of scoop the meringue onto your baking sheet. It won't produce the most elegant looking meringues, but that's okay because they'll taste the exact same and they'll just be a lot quicker to make. Preheat your oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit or about 93 degrees Celsius and bake for 1 hour. Here is only some of the meringue that we made. We made a lot. This is a very big batch. That we just made. It looks so good. I'm gonna try one. It just melts in your mouth like it was never even there. So good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're always alerted when I post new videos. Comment down below if you want to try this recipe or if you're going to. If you do try it, post it on Instagram and tag me at judy.alsultan. Bye! It's getting fluffier. And we're closer.
You're gonna scrape it or just stop? We started it, but it's weird. It's like the guy who got that shaved part from Seoul.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
It's a little something called spoilers. This stuff is so good.
Just flip it like this.
We're not using gold, but we're using golden yellow, so
Mm-hmm.
Golden and yellow. It's not even getting it.
Oh my gosh. Fire! This meringue is on fire! Here's the meringue that we just made. It looks so...
Oh my gosh. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Okay.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're always alerted when I post new videos. And comment down below if you tried this recipe or if they look...
نزلوش لك يا بنتي. Let your foot alone during filming, please.
No.